Alright guys, so I kind of wanted to do a little bit of speculation over here while we're waiting for Summer 8 to go ahead and drop over on JP, which by the way, I may or may not be watching this live. It goes live at 7:45 a.m. for me. I honestly might just go to bed, and then whenever I wake up, I'll just record the video for that day and I'll put it out whenever I wake up. Because, dog, these things usually go on for like an hour or two. That means the info is going to be out by like 9:45. I might just go to sleep, right? I might just go take a nap, wake up, and then upload the video. So if it's a little bit later, on August 10th, don't worry. I'm probably just went to bed because dude, this is such an awkward time for me to be doing this. But what I want to talk about right now is something I've been mentioning in a couple of videos, and it's this down here. Now, if you weren't tuned in to the anniversary live stream that we got on both JP and then NA also kind of did some coverage of that, after they kind of started unveiling the anniversary servant, the NA side was like, hey, we don't want to cover, for whatever reason, we don't want to cover the new servants that are coming out. I guess we don't want to, hint to you guys having clairvoyance, even though they say it all the time. I have no idea why they didn't cover it. It'd been nice to get live TLs for what's going on JP, but instead they were like, we're going to announce some campaigns for everything. And this is when they announced, oh, Nero Fest is coming out. We're going to do a hunting quest rolled into the back to school campaign. That's when Ilya will get their buffs. Then we're going to start moving in to the Summer 6 and everything, all that good stuff. But we have this mystery campaign down here that we can't unveil yet, right? We can't unveil this right now. I'm assuming we'll probably see it closer to when Summer 6 is actually releasing, maybe before, or maybe after, if they do an NA live stream. But they were like, it's going to be an NA exclusive. Now, the reason I keep talking about it is because when they kind of announced all this, they announced Dantes was getting his buff. Now, for some people, this is just, dude, Dantes got a 50% battery now. He's going to be a really good farmer. If I didn't get Castoria when she came back, I didn't get Koyanskaya or Oberon, I'm not able to do this, the busty farming, as you would call it, right? I'm not able to do that. I can at least use Dante. So for those people, super hyped. Although I will say, it's a slight tangent before I go on any further, why are you going to bring back his buff and you're not going to throw him on raid up? I know this is like the same banner they gave on like the original campaign, but bro, where is Dante's? Why are you going to give this guy a buff and not throw him up there? Lasengo loves to throw out random banners all over the place. Dude, why did you not throw him out on raid up? But the reason I think this is a big deal is that this is a very recent buff over on JP. This came out like 8 months ago. So we're basically getting this about a year and a half early, right? And I think this in combination with this over here could actually be something really nice for us on the NA version of the game. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this is going to be like a new servant or something, and I don't think it's going to be quite that crazy. I do not believe they're going to do an NA exclusive servant, just because if you don't know, it takes them about like 6 months to kind of work on the servants to, write the lore for them, get the voice lines all done, animate their sprites and animate their NPs and everything. Just that whole process takes them about 6 months. And unless Lasengo has been kind of planning this since they took over, which we do have enough time because they took over around the 7th anniversary, so they theoretically do have enough time to do that, but I just don't believe they would do something like that. It just doesn't seem like something FGO would do. Now, the reason a lot of people get ideas like this is because there's other mobile games, like say Dokkan Battle, the Dragon Ball game. They do NA exclusives, or not exclusives, but early releases, right, for them. And I don't really think they do it that much anymore, but they will go ahead and throw those out. Sometimes they'll do like the equivalent of servant buffs early on the NA version of the game, right? As people were like, well, these other very popular mobile games are able to do this. Why can't FGO? And it just doesn't seem like FGO is quite built for that. But with us getting, okay, the NA exclusive CE for Anniversary, which I know isn't a big deal, but it's a big deal that we have exclusive stuff coming to our version. And the fact that they're not afraid to give us this super early buff, that's honestly really relevant. Like, if you have Dantes, this makes him a lot better, right? It's going to make him a lot more viable when it comes to doing like quick looping and everything, especially for some of these really weird nodes, right? It's going to definitely improve your quality of life when you're going to be using him. So the fact that they're able to do that, it opens up a lot of speculation for what this could possibly be. I don't think it's going to be a new servant, but if it's, say, like an early, rank up campaign where they're just like, hey, we're going to bring you guys like a ton of these servant buffs really early. Maybe it's, I don't know, they haven't really done animation updates in a long time, but maybe they could be like, hey, we'll bring out some animation updates for the NA version of the game. Maybe something along those lines. I don't think it'll be anything as big as like say an NA exclusive event, just because of how much time it takes them to write the actual events. I mean, even the summer event over here, they got Nasu back to come write this because it's functionally going to be like Lost Belt 6 Part 2, and that's why Nasu's like, I'm going to come back to write the summer, what is it, Summer 8 event, right? We've been playing this game for 8 years. Oh my goodness, I just said in. But they're bringing him back to write that, and so I don't think it's going to be an NA exclusive event, again, unless they've just been cooking this up ever since they took over. If it is, I would love to be wrong. This is something that I would love to be wrong about. If it's an NA exclusive servant, that is insanely gas, especially because the servants that we're getting for the rest of the year aren't like the most hype banners. Like, yeah, summer is really cool and all, but it seems very hit or miss for a lot of people. You're either really excited for, Summer Kama and Summer Okita Alter, or you're like me and you just feel very drained from all of the anniversary and Lost Belt 6 stuff. I mean, Doman coming back is cool. Van Gogh coming back is like, sure, that's cool. This banner's a little bit early actually over here as well, so I think that's pretty cool. I just noticed that as well, that this actually came out in September for them, and we got it a whole month early, so that's nice. Ereshkigal coming back, yeah, that's nice. People like Ereshkigal. Jacques and Zenobia, I mean, Zenobia is like really hot, but if you don't like, I mean, who doesn't like Zenobia? Let's be realistic. But if you don't care about Zenobia, like, then it's not really anything. I mean, Ibuki coming back, sure. The Guda Guda stuff is like kind of hype, a little bit gas, but not super insane. Scotty coming back is a little bit hype. And then, Melusine and Tai Gong's banners, these both are really good. But an NA exclusive servant as this, I would love to be wrong about, because it would give us something insanely gas. Well, I'm assuming. I mean, it could just be somebody completely lame that nobody cares about. I don't know. Just someone could type in the comments down below. I can't think of like any like historical or like mythological character that people wouldn't care about. What about like Huang Fei Hu, right? He came out, I believe, with Huyan's banner last year, and nobody really cared about him. Or Kachin Koji came out on JP just a couple of months ago, and not a lot of people really cared about her either. Well, the JP version, they went nuts for her. They apparently really like Kachin Koji, but NA player base just did not seem to really care all that much about it. So it could actually be a flop, if it's an NA exclusive servant. But surely, if you're doing like an NA exclusive, you're gonna go balls to the wall making that like a really good pick. You're not gonna pick like, Frederick number 17 over there. I actually don't know if that's an important Frederick. Someone probably in the comments will be like, you don't even know that Frederick the 17th was like the most important person. It's like, bro, I don't care. But they're not gonna pick that. They would pick somebody like really gas. I don't know if they go as gas as like Proto Gil or something like that insane, but I imagine it'd be very, very cool, right? I would love that a lot. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think this is going to be? Is it going to be something just like, oh, it's an NA exclusive, we're going to give you like Jalter's costume, we're going to put it back in the shop early? It's like, okay, that's cool for people that don't have it, but that's not as gas as you guys are making it out to be, because people stayed up till like 5 a.m. and then Albert and the boys were like, okay, we went over all the campaigns. We got a super secret one that's going to be NA exclusive, but we can't tell you what it is. We'll tell you guys next time. So I'm like, bro, you did not make people stay up till 5 a.m. and then you're going to be like, okay, it's just going to be like double rates for EXP for, I don't know, CEs or something, right? It's going to make CE bombs easy. Like, surely it's got to be like some quality of life thing, like Grail casting, exclusive servant, something along those lines. Just give me something cool like that. Mighty chains early, bring a lot of those quality of life things early. What if it's just a batch quality of life upgrade, right? They're like, boom, Grail casting, mighty chains, all of it, the whole 9 yards. We're bringing all just the nice stuff that JP's been getting. So like, just give us all of that. I would love that. Or maybe it's an announcement that they're going to try to catch up to JP, which I would absolutely love. Ramp up the speed of the game. Let's get caught up, because I'm tired of seeing like Summer Morgan coming out, and I'm like, man, I gotta wait 2 years for that. That sucks. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like as always, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace late, guys.